Hello, everyone. My name is Ches, and welcome to the What If Bright Was in My Hero Academia. So, the Bright was you see before you is her, and she is a sister to, yep, him. They almost have the same power, but the she does it on a whole nother level. Um, like every time she goes into a portal or into like shadows, she ends up um sorry. I mean, if she like comes out of a human's portal or like shadow, she can take a form of them, but it would be a gender bent version of themselves. Like if it was if she came out of Zuko's shadow, looks like a female Zuko version of, yeah. But then it would be black hair with, yeah. Sorry about that. And yeah. So he ends up um, or she can also has the powers, like abilities, um infinity and zero. So basically she's a one powerhouse girl. She can also like summon like the dark versions of the people that she goes through. Yeah. But the they can do like fight for her. It's like how Dark Shadows is shadow attacks. Yeah. So yeah. So and she can take their powers or like copy their powers, adding dark to their um, powers too. And she also can go into anything that's lighter. Light. Like basically the she could go into basically into the wall, huh? And come out as on a whole nother different level. Yeah. So yeah. So let's begin. It's 4 minutes in. So yeah. The whole like when they were their their parents gave birth to them and when they were age of 4 and yeah, I already went over what she does and it's almost similar to what ectoplasm does, but out of her hands, and too. But it would be like dark. So yeah. And at age of 4, they went to a quirk doctor, and then the quirk doctor says, is like, he has black, and she has the. So yeah, sorry about that. And yeah, then the time skip to 15, and they go to UA, and the whole Zuko thing. Yeah, sorry about that. The the Zuko was, or whole, like, Zuko was quirk listing. He's not in this what if. He's opposite. He can make, when he's like, you see him as relaxed, but that's okay. But when he gets mad, he turns everything into blinding light. And he turns into a big monster. Like that. So, yeah. So, yeah. So, let's begin, or let's finish this. Or, yeah. So, they all went to UA. As he tells his sister, "Are you ready?" As his sister says, "Yeah." As, yeah, so they go to UA, did the quirk things, and they got into, or he got class 1B, and his sister got class 1A. Yeah. But she, or they, or she has the, when she saw Zuko, yeah, she immediately, like, she could, like, she's trying to hide her emotions. She actually fell in love with him. Yeah, but continue. So, yeah. I'm skipping the ball throw because when she threw a ball, let's say she got infinity. Yeah. So yeah, the as, and I'm also skipping the heroes versus villains, and the, of course, during the USJ, and the attack, and yeah, she's trying to be calm around Zuko. Yeah. As, yeah, when she saw a bunch of villains, Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Like the Nomus and the high. These aren't low tier villains. They were high tier villains. So they just as they go, you know, as he's or she got teleported with them, as yeah, as she went through all those villains is like thing. There's shadows, and she has enough strength, like she has enough power to do what ectoplasm does. She conjured up her own clones of them, like her own versions of them. Hmm? That, yeah, she literally eh, basically told the clones to, like, basically command them to help the others students. And yeah, when she went through the Nomus one, she actually told the clone or dark version of the Nomu to go attack him, as he points to the Nomu. Yeah, as they both like battle it out. They had the same quirk, almost the same appearance. So yeah, he or she starts like doing that as she like uses her own version of Warp Gate or Shadow Gate, should I say. It's time to go dark. As she used her darkness thing to make the entire USJ go dark. It was so pitch black no one can even see. But only she can because she has night vision. So she went through like her own darkness, and yeah, she has a telepath. So she tells her brother to make a shadow, the biggest one you could get to. Okay, his sister, as he as Blood Hero says, "Who are you talking to?" Well, the can we? There's a my his sister's asking me for something to make a biggest shadow that we can make. As Class B's confused of why, as but then a Blood Hero's like, okay, as she tells him why, as she says, or he says, that the USJ's attacked by a bunch of villains. And when the Class 1B is like, okay, as they make a world's biggest shadow, as so, as she grabs everybody, all the students, and teleported all of them through their shadows, or through the darkness, and came out through, as they're like, eh? As as because the darkness of her power made it so that no one could even see. So so All Might heard, or Blood Hero asked the pro heroes, as they go ahead, as they make a giant shadow again, and all of the pro heroes news that was in USJ thing went in. My original plan was for them to, or for her to teleport all the villains to the prison cells thing, but I wanted to see them fight the villains. So she does that, and she won, and or the villains got away, and as Zuko's calm as a cucumber. Some of them are angry at him for not on being taking this super seriously. No wonder why Bright Hing loves him, because she can use darkness and the Infinity and Zero, and Zuko has the monster quirk that it was basically a mutation that could be saved. And of course, she has enough power. Of course, I'm skipping the sports festival. And she does because if we had to do a ship app thing, the Ochako in this what if fell in love with Bakugo. No. And she fell in love with Zuko because he can basically make it so bright that blinds everyone. As yeah, in the fight one of the sports festival, instead of the brain dude, Hun, or yeah, instead of like Todoroki, it was her against Zuko. As she, of course, they both were grinning. Yeah. But he knows that she has the darkness, as he's so relaxed that, like, ready to battle. Yeah. As, sorry about that. And, yeah. So she ends up battling against him. And she says, huh, I know I might regret this, but how about be angry for once? Huh. Here, I'll just be just for you. As he gets angry enough, as it's blinding light, they couldn't see nothing except for Zuko, because he could see into the. Yeah. As everyone's like, oh no, no, no. As they were blind as a bat. They couldn't even see who's near them or what's going on. As, yeah. As she used darkness, so yeah. As it was like, made that whole yin and yang thing with bright light and darkness. As she quietly says to him, only, or she says in a very quiet voice, she says these three words: I love you. That's what she said to Zuko. As this, she said it so quietly that only Zuko was able to hear it. Yeah. So he does the same thing. Because they meant are for each other's light and dark. Yeah. So yeah. Some of you are probably thinking he's a goat. So yeah. Now I'm skipping the camp arc. But during the raid arc, the All for One versus All Might arc, the All for One versus All Might goes like All Might was down but not out, as All for One used or was gonna use the power but he or the when the laser thing thing he grabbed like Almain and the citizens in legs and dragged them into her darkness as all for one says, I did it. Now no one can stand up to me. As she actually teleported them away from yeah. There. So yeah. As Zuko and her went in as well, we have to say something about it. As all for one's like laughing like, you two are just young kids. Really? Zuko, it's time to get mad. And as Zuko like his face says, yep, time to kill. As he transforms into a monster. As you created like a glasses thing so that they are sunglasses. Yeah. So they both like came in like she goes through portals, hits like all for one, dodging his attacks, and yeah, Zuko in his monster form does the same thing. Let's finish this. As he grabs each piece of All for One's limbs with like 4 of his hands, but the other 2, yeah, he literally grabbed, or he went into All for One's chest and pulled out his quirk and then finally ripped his limbs from limb. Yeah. So, yeah. He went from limb to limb. So, yeah. And then I'm skipping the dodgeball arc. And then the heroes versus villains. Or, no, overhaul fight thing. Sorry, I'm a little bit tired. And he battled, or I'm skipping the overhaul fight because they did save Ares. So yeah. And like after like school thing, they became official pro heroes. Zuko and her got married and had 2 kids. One of them has the quirk of like, or they had both their mother, her, and her father's quirks. of turning it to day or night thing. And the other has the infinity and zero quirk. So yeah. So then, now a big announcement. So yeah. Do you guys want me to do the because I know that I set up a post about yesterday. I set up this post of who would you choose for me to make a custom sister / brother of them. So it was him, like today's video, probably with those three. You chose IBARA name. So, out of respect, I'm gonna do it in the next video. I'm thinking about doing the double uploads for it. So, yeah. So, I already have her brother there that you saw. Him. So, yeah. So, yeah. He has the. I'm naming him Swamp Thing Jr. or Swampy. Not Swamp Thing, not any other ones. So this is Swampy. So yeah, and I already had that silver head girl, the one. Sorry. The Rinko, or that silver haired girl, Noel's brother. There. So do you want me to do the same thing what I did with the in today's video, where I took the old design. This was my very first time trying to make a what if Deku was something. So yeah. But adding that, yeah, this is the idea. Came back from the dead. So yeah. And please leave a like, share, subscribe, comment, and everything. And don't say you're the GOAT or anything that's negative. I don't know what it means, so I'll have someone to explain that to me.